up, Spurs fans, near and far? It's your boy, Deji Spurs, and I'm back. Lunchtime special. Big up to everyone that's locked in, locked on. And I see a couple of people, them Stephen, you know what I mean? Hush your gums, Kota Takai, hold that. Let me give you some transfer update. Yes. You see my club, yeah? We are not messing about. We are getting serious. Over the line today, confirmed and announced, Kota Takai is in the building. Now, you ask me, why am I so excited about this signing? Well, first and foremost, I actually think he's a Ange signing. This was already locked in, locked on before Ange was booted out the building. But this brother is 6'3". He's fast. He's a centre-back, can play right centre-back, left centre-back, has played left-back for Japan. The brother is much-needed cover in the location from my club. And that's just the start. Do you get what I'm saying? We know that Atletico Madrid has put in a bid of 70 million euros for Romero. If he goes, great. If he doesn't go, great. I think Spurs is in a win-win. We're going to get big money for him. And if we don't get big money, we've got a big defender. And guess what? We have Danzo. Yes. And for those who still don't know about Danzo, he was the brother that broke Mbappe's nose. So we've got Kota Takai in the building. Tottenham moving serious. And that is just the beginning. Also, we know in the location that it's imminent that we're going to have Kudus over the line. And for me, I have liked Kudus from day dot. From when he stepped in West Ham and he was doing his little flip-flaps, I was like, you know what? Bravo. What a player. And the fact that Kudus has rejected Chelsea and said he has no other club but my club already makes that brother a club legend. So we know that personal terms has been agreed with Kudus. We know that Tottenham have resubmitted their bid, 55 mil plus add-ons. And it's not a matter of if we're getting Kudus, it's a matter of when. And for me, if we can match that with someone on the left-hand side, because for me, Tell is not the brother, Tell them make it. But if we can get a brother on the left-hand side of Kudus, Semenyo levels, do you know what I mean? I know Semenyo don't play left wing, but Kudus can. Do you get what I'm saying? Then Tottenham is looking very, very, very scary in the location. But big up to everyone that's locked in. Sorry, it was an impromptu stream because I needed to just give an update about now. Mustafa's asking me who is Kota. Kota is a bad man. What if you didn't know? You get to know. A lot of people did that to me with Van de Ven, and now you know who he is. So hold that, and hold that. Artillero says you went from Eze to Take, and then Mustafa said, "Is he physically, bro? He's physically strong. He's fast, and he's definitely dominant in his aerial battles." And I think that's something that maybe we lacked a little bit of. You know, Romero's good, but I felt like Tottenham were a little bit lightweight in the aerial battles, and I feel like Take is going to come in and dominate that box in the location. Steven says, Ange's gone. You'll finish 18th this season for sure. Hallelujah. You wish. And big up my guy, you know. Big up that our club has signed someone. Oi. That's right, mate. Luke, we've got that. We've got someone signed, and there's plenty more to come on this. Do you get what I'm saying? Artillero, Semenyo heard you lot wanted him, and he said, no, I'm signing. Because Semenyo's not a serious brother. Bro, what you got to understand is that success is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody that the red Spurs. Do you get me? The red Tottenham, Scots Bonnet FC, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Not everyone that you've been signed with, you were able to get over the line. But I want to deal with your club in just a second. Big up Carefree Riley in the building. Big up Elijah. Do you get what I'm saying? Big up. Now, let's deal with Jay Green's. Kudus did not want Chelsea. He said he rejected Chelsea and said, I only want Spurs. So stop lying. Jay Green's come better than that. I thought you were better than that. You and your brethren, the assembled. Like, don't chat rubbish. Now, let's talk the Red Tottenham, the Spicy Spurs, Scotch Bonnet FC, Red Hot Chili Peppers. One of the most shameless teams I've ever seen in my life. I've got Arsenal fans in the chat trying to chat to me. Don't chat to me when your club is moving unserious. Imagine a whole Arsenal signing Kepa and saying that that's levels. Hold that. There's nothing levels about signing Kepa. I'd rather have Kinky in my goal. I'd rather have Kinski, bro. Like, hold that. I'd rather have the fridge in Fraser Forster than have Kepa in my yard. Hold that. Then these brothers started shaking their bum for Norgard. There is nothing Nor or God about that brother. How and why would you bring him in? How and why? How and why? Does he start? Where does he play? A lot of Arsenal fans are shaking their bum, but a lot of their signings don't make no sense. Tell me where Norgard is supposed to play. Tell me what he's supposed to do. When you, man, all you do is bring in people that don't make sense. You brought in Zinchenko. That didn't make sense. You brought in Calamari. That didn't make sense. You're bringing in Norgard. That didn't make sense. You brought in Jorginho. That didn't make sense. You brought in Elneny. That didn't make sense. You brought in, Maquinos or something like that. That didn't make sense. You're just a special club that brings in players that don't make sense. And let me tell you, because I'm surprised, Stephen, you ain't talked about this. Now you want to bring in Noni Madueke. I mean, are you smoking Budgie Banton? Noni. What is Noni going to do? Where is he supposed to play? Is he cover for Martinelli? Is he cover for Saka? Is he cover for Ethan Wenieri? And then the maddest thing is you want to swap Ethan Wenieri, arguably one of the best talents you've got coming through your academy, for Noni. You man need your head. You lot need your head to be wobbled, mate. Give your head a special wobble. And then you want to tell me about Gyökeres, and I'm happy to talk about Gyökeres. I asked this question over and over again. Can you please tell me where you rank the Portuguese league in world football? Because I can tell you where I rank them. Portuguese league doesn't come near the Prem, doesn't come near La Liga, doesn't come near the Bundesliga, doesn't come near Syria, doesn't come near League On. So you're telling me you're going to get some 6th or 7th rated striker smashing it in the Portuguese league that's not even in the top 5 in world football, and you think he's going to hit the ground running? Have you been smoking Budgie Banton on an empty stomach? Give your head a wobble. We saw what happened with Nunes. Oh, Nunes, the saviour for Liverpool. Bro, they can't get rid of this brother quick enough. Gyökeres for me is another Nunes. Do you know what I mean? He's going to miss more than he can score goals. I reckon, and you can quote me on this, you can clip it, I would be astonished if Gyökeres in his first season in the Prem gets 15 plus Premier League goals. The guy's rubbish. Someone asked me, would you rather, I think it was on Hassam's channel or it was on Never a Foul. Would I take Gyökeres over Solanke? I said, hell no. Hell no. I much rather have Solanke, Prem proven, than Gyökeres, who's just hype masters. And one thing I know about you lot is that you, man, are hype masters. You hype Mourinho, you're going to hype Zubimendi, you're hyping Gyökeres, but none of those brothers improve the Arsenal team. I'm not sure. Let me really take it there. I'm not sure if Gyökeres is better than Kai Havertz. Yeah, hold that. Hold that. I'm not sure. You man shaking your bum, lying to yourselves. I'm not sure if he's better than 29. If you really deep it, is he better than 29? You're not sure. Do you get me? So I'm just telling you. So for me, of course, here we go. Tottenham making the right moves. Do we need defensive cover? Yes, we do. Do we need someone who's versatile? Yes, we do. Does Kota Takai tick that box? Yes, he does. Right-sided, left-sided, we got cover. And remember, Dragusin was out for a long period of time. Kota comes in as cover for Van de Ven because we're not going to be spending stupid money on players that we don't need. And I can attest to this. Van de Ven won't be suffering crazy injuries like he was getting under Ange Postecoglou. It is not happening in the location. So you lot are asking me if when Tottenham get Kudus over the line and we've got a front three of Kulusevski, Madders, do you get me? Kudus, do you get me? Solanke. All of a sudden now, it's looking very, very long. We know Son wants to stay another season. Personally, I think we should sell him. We should have sold him last season, in my personal opinion. I think he's a legend. Build a statue. He needs to go and get a madman. Kudus can play on the left. I think he was better on the left for West Ham than he was on the right. And then go and bring us a madman on the right-hand side. And, you know, I know Semenyo has signed an extended contract, but there's still other ballers that Tottenham can bring in. And then I think what I'm hearing from the Tottenham camp is that we're going to finally get rid of Basuma. Yes, him and his Louis Vuitton self. This brother was spotted in France this summer at the Louis Vuitton event. He can't get enough of it. Get him out. I think Juventus want him. They can buy him. And you get me? And then we do our thing. You get what I'm saying? That's what I would say. Now, Shameless is saying, are you saying he's the next Darwin? Bro, I think he's worse than Darwin Núñez, bro. I think he's worse. Let's be real. Darwin Núñez struggled at Liverpool. And Arsenal, for me, is a worse team than Liverpool, obviously. I think Núñez is a better striker than Gyökeres. People keep doing the numbers thing. Shut up. Shut your mouth. He scored about 18 pens. Bro, I can score 18 pens in Portugal. Me. Do you get me? And I'm from Albufeira. You know, hold that. Do you get me? I'm not getting excited. Arsenal fans getting excited about unknowns. Had they brought in Aussie men, I would have been like this. Had they brought in a Harry Kane, I would have been like this. Like that, even that Martinez Lautaro Inter Milan, even Thuram. Yeah, these are the ballers. These men shaking their bum for Gyökeres. Shut up. Even Amarin's not bothered. The fact that Amarin is not bothered by that potential signing by Arsenal should speak volumes. He would rather go for Mateta than go for Gyökeres. Hold that. In fact, had Arsenal gone for Mateta, I would have respected them more. Do you get what I'm saying? But for Gyökeres, you man are not serious. And that's why I've already predicted early on that Spurs will go further in the Champions League than Arsenal this season under Thomas Frank in his first season in the Champs. Can you imagine that? Hold that. Now, the final boss says, a club source is not convinced that Spurs will return with an improved offer from Mohammed Kudus, whether informal or formal, and that introduces real doubt. The players' reps seem to be doing a lot of talking, trying to get a move. West Ham are asking for 65. Yeah, but you know what will happen is Kudus will throw his toys out the pram. The fact is, the offer that Levy has done is a respectable offer. 55 mil plus add-ons. I didn't agree with the kind of trophy clause. That was the most stupidest clause I've ever seen in my life, and that was enough to piss off anybody. But I think 60 mil all in is a great offer for West Ham, and it's a great offer for Spurs because no one else is going to offer that kind of money. And let's be real, no one else is coming in for Kudus in that way. So for me, I think Spurs get it over the line. I think we've got this far. It would be a damning indictment on Levy if he doesn't get this over the line. And, you know, we would be laughing stocks. I think Kudus is a great name, but I think we need to back that with a few other players. And I think we do have a few other players under our elbow that I can see coming through. Bring up Jordan, my brother in the building, Liverpool fan. Bring up Yasser, my bro in the building. Light work for Chelsea in terms of what? Is that in terms of the game? Let me know. Deji, you're looking disheveled, having witnessed Arsenal make moves. What moves have you made? What, Norgard? What, Kepa? None of these. You brought in players that don't start. Make that make sense. When transfer window is about improving your team, usually about improving your starting 11, I'm not sure if Kepa improves your starting 11 because I don't think Kepa is better than David Villa. And I don't think Norgard is better than any of the midfielders that you currently have. So hold that. Whereas Kudus is much better than Brennan Johnson. So hush your gums. Don't lie to yourself. That's already a tremendous upgrade. Yes, Brennan Johnson is the Europa League final hero, but we know that Brennan Johnson, for me, needs to be like what Trossard is for Arsenal. Use sparingly, impact sub. And that's not a disrespect to Brennan. I think he's better as an impact player than expecting him to start and finish a game. He hasn't got the lungs. He hasn't got the kind of the vigor, you know, the fight in his system. Do you get me? So I would like to see Brennan Johnson used more like a Trossard, and I think he will be more effective. So is Kudus improving Spurs? Yes, he is. Is Norgard improving the Red Tottenham? No, he's not. The final, but Chelsea will come back in for Kudus. Bro, there's no point. Kudus don't want to come to your club. Stop this, final boss. You're not the be-all, the end-all. You man are rubbish. He's looked at your club. He's looking at minutes, and he's looking at what you man are doing. Yeah? You've got Nkuku there. You've got Sancho. You've got a whole heap of brothers. It's not going to happen, bro. You've got Noni over there as well. And the truth is, bro, you're not that great. Like, let's just be real, bro. Keep it 100. You, man, are not that great. Angus is there still smoking Budgie Benton out over there in Alicante in Spain. He says, you really think Solanke? Yeah, Solanke is much better than Gyökeres, bro. Much better. Bro, if Solanke played for Arsenal, he would get 15 plus Prem goals. Like, why are you lying? You would be... Every Arsenal fan that I've spoken to have said they would have been happy bringing in Solanke this season. You don't need a Kane. You just needed a 9. Yeah? And Solanke is more than capable of being... If you guys could look to Jesus, you can look to Solanke. If you could look to Kai Havertz, you could look to Solanke. But I think you Arsenal fans are doing what you man do best, which is shaking your bum for players that are unproven. Deji, you remind me of Martha from Baby Reindeer because of your obsession over my... Bro, your club is rubbish, bro. I just need to keep you man in check. You get me? I'm called the Tottenham Van Helsing. You get me? Arsenal Slayer for a reason. I will never take you man out my mind. So, Glock 9, Eze, Rodrigo, Zubimendi, Odegaard, Saka, Galacticos. Arsenal Manic. It's Arsenal Manic. Honestly, the only thing I can say about Arsenal Manic is you're shameless and you're a wind-up. That's all it is. Out of those players, you're not getting all of them, bro. You're going... Really, I would sit up and take Arsenal seriously if they brought in Rodrigo. Like, respect for that. You bring in Rodrigo, man has to say, you know what? I sit up and I go, hallway. What a signing. Saka on the right, Rodrigo on the left. Could be crazy. But you, man, ain't got the minerals. You, man, ain't got the bottle. You ain't got the kahunas, the foresight, the vision to bring in a player like that. Look at me. 60 million Kudus. If we wanted to, we would have brought in Rodrigo. But, you know, our budget is not allowing us to be able to do that. You, man, are crazy enough to spend 350 on this brother a week. We ain't. Shamelessly says, facts, Deji, never rated Jota when he started for us. But off the bench, he was that guy. That's right, bro. Jota was a bad man, definitely. And rest in peace, Diego Jota, man. Do you know what I mean? Rest in peace to him. But he was an impact sub that could do bits. And that's what we need to do. You need to understand the difference between an impact sub and someone who's going to start and lead the charge. And for me, Solanke can lead the charge for Spurs. Gyökeres is an unknown. The fact that Amorim doesn't want him speaks volumes for me. Because look how dusty Rasmus Højlund is. Look how dusty Zertsky is. And you can't tell me that Amorim can't afford to bring in Gyökeres. So why isn't he going for him? He's not going for him because he knows something you don't know. He knows something you don't know. Ibrahim says, who the hell did Spurs sign? Bro, you're just showing your ignorance, bro. You're showing your ignorance. We signed Kota Takai. Hold that, bro. Hold that. Yeah? Because you're doing this little names thing, bro. There is no guarantee Wirtz is just gonna come in and do his thing. Hush your gums. Frimpong is a bad man, though. Don't get it twisted. He's a bad man. But your Wirtz, I'm not sure about him, bro. I think he's a bad man too. But let's see. Let's see. Hush your gums and calm yourself down, bro. I told you, your manager's on fraud alert. Deji, you said Spence is Trent incarnated, so why should we care about your opinion? Bro, have you seen Spence? I think, and I didn't say he's Trent incarnated, I think Spence could be Carl Walker incarnated. I feel like Udogie is Danny Rose 2.0, and I think Jed Spence could be Carl Walker 2.0. Are you mad? Hold that, bro. I really do think we've got the potential to have a stronger backline than we've ever had at my club. Guka's hat-trick in the North London derby. Clearly, Angus lives abroad because he's been smoking weed when he's supposed to be working. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to put a bet that Tottenham will lose 14 games this season. Go ahead, man. Knock yourself out, bro. I'm going to clip this. How about that? I'll clip this. You get me? Slap the likes, people. Slap the likes. Lunchtime special. Quick, here we go. Tottenham have signed another player, Kota Takai. I'm more excited by that player than Asger Nogard. You get what I'm saying? Asger Nogard. Yeah? Hold that. Will Spurs be West Ham's nearest rivals? Of course not. There's no competition. Bro, are you sleeping on Thomas Frank? You must be really sleeping on Thomas Frank. Do you know what I mean? Thomas Frank is a madman. Solanke will score more goals than Chris Wood this season. Mark my words. That is something I'm willing to take a bet on. 100%. Not now, but when the season starts, just before the season starts, I will raise you on that. Do you get me? I will raise you on that, my guy. Ibrahim, why are you lying? Wirtz will not, you don't know Wirtz will bang. We do not know that. He's a great player at Leverkusen. He was a great player. But we don't know he's going to bang, bro. Big up Mr. Arsenal in the building. Big up Drew Dogs in the building. Gassed over signing Takashi 69 standards are low. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. You lot were saying the same thing about Van de Ven. But you lot were shaking your bum about Tomiyasu. Stop lying to yourself. You shook your bum for Tomiyasu. You shook your bum for Calamari. You shook your bum for Zinchenko. You shook your bum for Mourinho or whatever his name is. You shook it for Kai Havertz. Shut your mouth. Who's more likely to sign bums, me or you? Hold that. Yeah? No, my club is making moves. That once we sell Basuma and we bring in the 6, if you need a 6, man, I will drop a little Drew Hill on your asses moving forward. And Trudon says he doesn't support Arsenal. Big up to you, bro. Smart man. Smart man. But big up to everyone. Eze, look, let me tell you about Eze. Eze's player of Kudus. Don't stop being, be sensible, bro. Be sensible. Eze and Kudus don't play the same position. Nobody can say with chest that Eze's clear of Kudus. Are you smoking budgie pan? Have you seen that dusty West Ham team? You can't compare Palace to West Ham, bro. West Ham is one of the dustiest teams I've ever seen in my life. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie. Kudus comes into Tottenham and already makes Tottenham top 6. One player makes us top 6 straight away. Are you mad? Kudus is a madman. I can't wait. He's an upgrade on Mbeumo. Hold that. He's an upgrade on Mbeumo. Ask West Ham fans. Who is better, Mbeumo or Kudus? It's Kudus all day long. Kudus all day long, bro. Hold that. All these people telling me to stop. Stop for what, bro? Langa's not... You know what? Man, them are just... You man are just... It's lunch and you man are hungry, so you're full of jokes. Yeah? Get me? Lawless is better than Kudus. Don't be stupid, bro. Don't be stupid. Mbeumo, bro. And you know what? I was on Husam's channel when I said to them, you man are offering 200 grand for Mbeumo, and I don't think he's worth 200 grand. And bare people in the comments was cussing me, 150, it's 150 grand. I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, what's the difference? You're overpaying for this brother. He's on 50 grand and you man are overpaying for him. And I only just gone and seen the other day that the potential wage for Mbeumo at United is 195 a week. Hold that. Hold that for all those cronies in the chat who just followed fake news. When I was telling you it's about 200, you think Mbeumo is going to go to United for 150k? Don't be stupid. And guess what? United, aka Piccadilly, they're dumb enough to pay those fees. My club would never pay that kind of money for a player like Mbeumo. Are you stupid? And the other reason why Gyökeres, let me tell you what Gyökeres is going to get at Arsenal. Why he's coming to your dusty club? Because you, man, move like Piccadilly. I bet you any money that Bucharest is going to go to Arsenal and he's going to be on over 200 grand a week. My prediction is that he's going to be on 265, 275 a week, which is madness, by the way, which is absolute madness, but good for you. Good. I hope your player wage budget gets decimated by this dusty player that ain't going to get 15 plus Prem goals. You man are stupid enough to pay over 200 grand for Bucharest, then I hope you man crash and burn. Crash and burn. That's what it is. These men shake their bum. Who's shaking whose bum? Who is being fooled? You get me? Who is being fooled? You or the player? Yeah? Paying over 200 grand through Bucharest is borderline suicidal. Suicidal. It's suicidal. It's suicidal, Arsenal fans. Suicidal. Hold that. Hold that. Kudus is not getting 1K. He's not getting 190K a week at Spurs. Hush your gums. We would never pay that. I'd be surprised if he gets 150K a week. Max 160. You got to understand, Son, our club legends, on 200 grand. Harry Kane was on 200 grand. There is no way Kudus can just get 190. That's called common sense. That's called having business acumen. That's called staying in reality. Let me tell you, me, Deji Spurs. Yeah. Someone offered me to be in an advert for Arsenal, to pretend I was an Arsenal fan. I turned it down. I turned it down straight away. I said, don't bring it to me. Don't bring it to me. But I'll be honest with you. Yeah? I'll be honest with you. If someone offered me £500,000 right now to be in an advert and to shout North London forever and pretend I'm a red Tottenham for 2 minutes, I'll do it. Yeah, I'm shameless. I'll do it. £500,000. £500,000. The money they were offering, I don't even know what they were offering. I turned it down immediately. But that's what these brothers are doing. Mbeumo doesn't give a damn about Piccadilly. He's looking at a payday. He doesn't care if he plays. He doesn't give a damn if he's on the bench. And I can say the same about Bucharest. Bucharest will be on over 200 grand a week, and he doesn't give a damn if you're playing Kai Havertz ahead of him. He doesn't give a damn if you're playing Jesus ahead of him. So who is stupid? Who is this foolish one? You get me? Don't act like you're a big club with that shower curtain. Don't lie to yourself. Mr. Arsenal says Son is on 190K a week. I mean, guys, I know you guys like to do this little precise. I'm just rounding up to the nearest hundredth, okay? Yeah, 190, 200K, yes, it's ish. It's similar. 38 grand, 40 grand. It's the same kind of, same sort of money. Do you get what I'm saying? The point is, Kudus ain't getting 190 if Son's getting 190. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. You get me? Hold that. My club, sensible club. United need to sack a few more dinner ladies to come up with the umbrella. That's right, bro. Because United have got 325 grand for Casemiro. Can you imagine? Paying 325 grand a week for Frumpy. They're paying 350 a week for Rashford. Brett, you might as well pay me 5 grand a week as well. You might as well pay me 5 grand and I won't kick a ball. Ready. Crash and burn. Spending money. Shameless. Deji, don't be shameless. Levy squeaks when he walks. We are tight gits. No, I know we're tight gits, bro. I know we're tight. But there's something in the tightness, bro. I mean, that sounds kind of strange, but you know what I mean. There's something in the tightness. I would feel really like, are we moving? Like, remember, yeah, Ndombele was 200 bags a week, yeah, and he did absolutely nothing for our club, yeah, nothing. The brother was just fat. The man was on McDonald's. Do you get what I'm saying? He was on McDonald's and he was huffing and puffing after 5 minutes. Mbeumo, 200 grand a week. Who is winning? Is United winning or is Mbeumo winning? That's all I'm saying, bro. Remember, he's on 50 bags at Brentford. Yeah, these men are putting times 4. Times 4. Is Mbeumo going to get 20 plus Premier League goals at United? No, he's not. He's not. So that's dumb business, in my opinion. It's stupid. Gyökeres as well. Arsenal, Red Tottenham, Spicy Spurs, Correspondent FC, Red Hot Chili Peppers. 200k for a name that ain't going to do jack. For a brother that we're not sure is going to score more goals than Mourinho, that we're not sure is going to score more goals than Kai Havertz. Hold that. Hold that. I'm not going to let nobody lie to me. I see. You get me? I can feel it. Joel McKenna says Spurs, McKinnon, sorry, says want a DM and a striker who is better than Solanke. Yeah, bro. Bro, that's because our club is moving like a big club. The fact that we're linked with strikers, even though we brought in Solanke, fills my heart. But what it also tells me is that there's a high probability that we're selling Richarlison. And if we get 60 mil for Richarlison, that's great business. If we get 60 mil or 60 plus mil for Romero, that's great business. It means now we got 120 mil in the kitty. Go and get 3 or 4 bad men. You get what I'm saying? 3 players for that money that can transform our squad. It's a no-brainer. It makes a lot of sense. Do you get me? That's why we are going to get Kudus over the line. Because we know, I think we're selling Richarlison. Although, I wouldn't mind the front 3 of Solanke, Richarlison on the left, Kudus on the right. I think it could work. I think it could work. Richarlison's best football was on the left-hand side at Everton, on the left-hand side at Watford. Whether Thomas Frank can unlock that is yet to be seen. But it doesn't sound so crazy. Get me, Deji, why are you acting like Spurs are going to do anything this season? Bro, we're guaranteed top 6 with Kudus. Bro, I'm not going to lie. If we didn't bring in Kudus, I was hoping for top 8. Top 8 and a Carabao. And I don't give a damn about Carabao, you know it. But I think that would be a respectable season for my man. Do you get what I'm saying? But if we bring in Kudus, I'm now looking top 6, man. Hold that. Jay Simpson says, I would pay those wages for Gyökeres, or he's gonna, bro, I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure. We would say, Jay, you were one of the brothers that was in the pub with your Liverpool bedrooms, scared to death, let's be real, because you thought Núñez was gonna bang at Liverpool. Don't lie to yourself. We all thought he was gonna bang. I remember comparing Núñez and saying, you know what? Haaland got, Man City got Haaland, Núñez, Liverpool got Núñez. Because remember, they came in the same season. And I was worried, bro. One of them banged, one of them didn't. I'm not sure this brother can bang. Not from Portugal. I'm not disrespecting the Portuguese league. I'm just keeping it 100. All motivation is saying he's willing to take a pay cut. Let me see it then. Let me see the pay cut. What are you offering Gyökeres? At personal terms already agreed for 160k a week. Oh, brilliant. That's what I'm saying. That's my club. That's a great deal. Can you imagine getting Kudus for 160? Yeah? This Arsenal team is ready to spend 150, 160k on Norgard. How much is Norgard getting at Arsenal? Come on. Can someone just confirm what Norgard is getting at the Red Tottenham, the Spicy Spurs, aka Scotch Bonnet FC? Deji, we paid 65 mil for Solanke to replace Kane. We are fools. Yeah, but his wages, bro. He's on less than 100 grand a week, bro. Hold that. I hear what you're saying, but we're not even paying 100k for him, bro. So what did you expect? You get me? What you pay is what you get. Get me? He was never going to be Kane, bro. If you're paying someone less than 100 grand a week, he was never going to be to that level. All he was going to be was, we just wanted a 9. Do you know what I'm saying? A bit like what the Red Tottenham need. They just need a 9. They don't need a Kane. They just need a brother. Somebody there. Dude, for a relegation candidate to have players on 160k and 200k, don't you think that's embarrassing? For who? Embarrassing for me or for you? European champions having players on 160, 200k a week. Isn't that embarrassing? How is it? Yeah, but I don't. Bro, if Tottenham are shrewd business people, you're the mugs for playing over the odds for these players. I can't lie. I can't see how that is a negative. Big up, Dan, my brother in the building, Dan the analyst. You get what I'm saying? My family there. Spurs are in the Champions League, but got 0 pull. Are you? bro, all motivation. No disrespect, bro. Would you say Kudus is a crap player? I think every top 6 team would take Kudus. Arsenal would be happy with Kudus. Chelsea would be happy with him. Liverpool would be happy with Kudus. Like, be real, bro. He doesn't start for Liverpool, but Liverpool fans would be happy and shake their bum. Ibrahim, if you're still here, confirm whether you will take Kudus at your club. You'll take him all day long. We will sell you Havertz and clear 280 bags per week, and you'll be over the moon. He would be your marquee player, bro. 280 bags a week when Kane was on 200. You're the fool, bro, not me. You're the fool. Sell Solanke will get at least 30. I don't know. I don't think we need to sell him, bro. I really don't know. They like a Mohammed at your gaff. Steven said, what are you talking about? We need what? A Mohammed Salah. Yeah, Gyökeres already dumped his girl because he's going Arsenal. The guy's a weirdo. He's stupid, bro. He's a dummy, bro. He's going to have, you know what I mean? And I'm not knocking it, bro, but you can tell even by his eyes, man, that he's more about his missus than, you know, about the football, bro. Like, him dumping his girl, what's that going to do for his mental health? Do you know what I mean? The guy's going to be sad on the pitch. You know what I mean? Like, he's stupid. He better pick his girl back up and bring her with him. Do you know what I'm saying? Before man's moving sad on the pitch. I'm not worried, Steve. I'm not worried. Tottenham are going to be bringing in bare. Look, I can't wait. I can't wait to play you, man. Look, let me tell you now. Even with our current squad, we'll bang you. I can't wait to play. Is it 27th? 27th, you've got you, man, of July, yeah? I can't wait to play you, man. Where is it? In Japan? I can't wait to play you, man. Let's go. Let's go. You get me? Watch what we do against PSG as well. Watch what we do. Big up Arsenal, man. But see, very uptight, agitated about Arsenal. Says it all, take care. Big up to you, bro. I just don't like what you're doing, man. I want you, man, to be competitive, and you guys aren't. Deji, that was so funny. And Jimmy bullying Arsenal. You know what it is, bro. You know what it is. Yeah, because Kudus would look better in our team than yours. Spuds ruin players for life. Marv, so can you, Marv, because that answer is loaded with a lot of chips and cheese on it, bro. Would you like Kudus, yes or no? I don't need the fluff around it. You know, as an Arsenal fan, that you would have the brother in a heartbeat. You get me? You would have him over your little special Brazilian Martinelli. Yeah? No one can chat to me when you got Martinelli on your left-hand side. You get me? Pause the budgie on the left-hand side. Pause the budgie on the left-hand side. You see what you got? You see what you got on the left? Martinelli, you know? Rubbish. Spurs wouldn't take Martinelli. Bournemouth wouldn't take Martinelli. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why we can't take you, man, serious. Kudus is a bad man, bro. That's why I'm hyping him. Thank you, LMS. He said, I'll have Kudus still. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't know why I can't look. If Arsenal brought in Rodrigo, I can't knock it. Like, I can't knock it. He's a bad man. In fact, if you bring in Rodrigo and Gyökeres, I say you guys are title challengers. 100%. 100%. You get me? If a guy is a bad man, if a guy is a good player, he's a good player. You get me? If Kudus is a good player, it don't matter where he's going, bro. Let's just accept and acknowledge Kudus is a great player. Like, if you bring in Eze, I can't knock Eze, bro. I'm disappointed in him. Do you get me? For me, it shows a lack of ambition from Eze. I'm just keeping it 100. You get me? He's leaving a club where he won a trophy to go to a club that ain't won a trophy in a minute. It shows a lack of ambition. Yes, you man are competing and you're in the top 4. Do you get me? But is Arsenal going to win the league this season? Probably not. Is Arsenal going to finish second this season? Probably not. Because I can tell you this, Arsenal fans, whoever you bring in, you don't look better than City and you don't look better than Liverpool. Hold that. Just saying. Don't get offended. I think Northside would agree with me. Lee Gunner, Dan Potts, you get me? Even Tony Claude, all these brothers, even Artilero would agree. You get me? Artilero, don't chat to me. When was the last time you, man, held a trophy? You get me? And if anyone wants to know when I held a trophy, it was about a month ago. Hold that. Hold that. Yeah? So, Jay Greens, before I go, big up to everyone locked in, locked on. This was meant to be a little quick 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Deji, Rodrigo, Saka, and the Glock 9 wins the Prem, and Eze as a game changer. You can't. Eze's not coming in as a game changer. You're a madman. Eze starts. If Eze doesn't start at your club, then you man aren't serious. If Eze doesn't start at your club, you man ain't serious. And that's why we can't take you man serious no more. Artilero, I can tell you this for a fact, bro. Tottenham is more likely to win the Prem before Arsenal. I said this a couple years ago. I got laughed at. I said that Tottenham's more likely to win a trophy before Arsenal. I got laughed at. Hold that. Hold that. You get me? My club. You get me? You see that T-shirt, yeah? My club, yeah? We won a trophy before you, man. Bro, I'd rather agree with Ty than it. Bro, whatever, bro. Whatever. Look at the Monster United creating, letting you, man, win a cup. Yeah, bro. You know, bro, I won. I won, baby. You get me? You get me? Please don't kill my vibe. I think with the passing of Jota, Liverpool are going to win the league for him and there will be a togetherness. Yeah, bro, for real. Will, bro. And not just because of passing of Jota, man. They are a serious team with serious players. My only question is, you know, a lot of teams didn't perform last season. And I think if City step up, if Arsenal step up, if we step up, can Liverpool win? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Because when the going got tough, he flopped, bro. He flopped against Newcastle, bro, and he flopped against PSG. I don't give a damn what anyone says. You know what I mean? He flopped, bro. When the going got tough. The going never really got tough for Liverpool in the league. Let's be honest, bro. Hold that. So I don't trust him. Eze won't go to Arsenal unless he's guaranteed to start. Of course, bro. That's why he would be stupid. He better come to Spurs. But the problem is we've got Kulusevski and Madders in that 9, but in that 10, sorry. I would rather have Eze there. I think it's a big statement from Spurs. And I think this whole Eze and Arsenal's fake news, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Spurs get it over the line. You heard it here first. I'm not following any of that crap. I think it's fake news. I think he wants to come Spurs. Alex says, Deji, my Fulham will finish above Spurs. Don't be sleepy, bro. Your Fulham's dead, bro. Your Fulham is dead. Those players played out of their skin last season. It's not happening for 2 seasons in a row. Man bragging about the worst Europa League. Bro, I won a trophy, bro. Say what you like. Every Arsenal fan I've spoken to would bite my hand off for a trophy of some sort. When we've got Arsenal fans shaking their bum for a Carabao Cup, how can you chat to me about Europa League? You wish you would, bro. I won a trophy a month ago. When was the last time you won a trophy? You were younger, bro. You were younger. The last time Arsenal won a trophy, I didn't have grey hair. Hold that. I didn't have grey hair. Hold that. Eze's dream is to come to Spurs. That's what it is. You man are just trying to force this thing. Why would he go to a club that rejected him when he was young? Why would he go there? He would be a foolish brother. You won't step up, bro. Where is the players that are going to make you better? Bro, Kudus. Kudus has already made us better, bro. Kudus has already made us better. Plus, we're not playing that stupid eye line. So our back 4, back 5, they're like new men. Do you get me? Once we bring in the left-hand sided midfielder, bro, it's long for everyone. Hold that. Oh my days. I just realized Arsenal fans judging Kudus signing when they're about to go and get Mandueke. Bro, can you imagine? They want to bring in Mandueke, and the crazy thing is, in exchange, they want to give Chelsea Ethan Nwaneri. Hold that. Tell me, is that a club that is serious? How can you give them Ethan and buy and take Mandueke? Shocking. I'm not sure Huddersfield take Mandueke. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold that, bro. Hold that. These men are moving very, very spicy. I've been telling you. Shocking team. Yeah, we're taking Kudus, bro. We know that. We got Kudus. You're not, unless CAA Mafia say he's an Arsenal fan. Kudus is coming to Spurs, mate. It's set. It's game, set, and match. It's already a done deal. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And last comment before I got to go, Pete's, but I'll be back later on today. Maybe I'll do a step to the mic so that we can have some conversation in the location. RM says, if already came out that Eze prefers Tottenham, move over Liverpool due to family ties? Why would he prioritize Arsenal? Bro, I would even go a step further. Is Eze going to Arsenal a step back? Now, that is a lot of people. You have to be a visionary to understand what I'm saying. Read between the lines. Eze's just won a trophy and he's going to go to a club where we don't know when next they could win a trophy, and a credible one. He won an FA Cup. If Eze goes to Arsenal this season, Arsenal finish second and wins the Carabao Cup, has Eze had a successful season? That's the question I want to ask the chat before I leave. If Eze goes to Arsenal this season, Arsenal finish second or third with a Carabao, has Eze had a more successful season than finishing 12th or 11th with an FA Cup at Palace? What say you all? Real quick. Don't dodge the question. Answer the question with a yes or a no. Oh, CFA said he's an Arsenal fan. He's not coming to your club, bro. Hold that. He's not coming to your club. You already know that, bro. Stop this, Deji. Eze and Saka link up incoming, and kudos to Forest. Mark my words. Jay Greens, mate, you're just a Merlin, bro. Making things up, man. Making things up. Artillero says visionary. You said we're going to be in the title race last season. Bro, got Usher Gums, bro. He said Eze has a better chance of a trophy with Palace than Europa League. What are Arsenal going to win? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, Drew. FA Cup is always more prestigious. So, what you're saying to me, Drew, what you're saying to me, RM, is that if Eze goes to Arsenal, finishes second or third with a Carabao, he's had a worse season than he had this season at Palace. Stupidness. Stupid. Stupid. I would even go as far as to say if he finishes second or third with Arsenal and he wins the FA Cup, it's on par. Why would he do that? Arsenal would literally need to win the league or the Champions League for Eze, for that signing to make sense. For Eze and for the club. Come on, guys. See what I see. It don't make no sense. Eze would be foolish. I will tell him to his face. I'll tell him to his face. He got married this summer. Well done to him. Do you get me? Don't be stupid. He's not that dumb. Get me? Following fake news. Do you get what I'm saying? Comparing Mohammed Kudus and Brian Durkee is embarrassing. What's that, man? Do you know what I'm saying? Solanke will score more goals than Bucharest this season. Hold that. 100%. 100% he will score more goals than Bucharest this season. 100%. I know it. Declan Rice was more successful at West Ham. You see what I'm saying? CAA Mafia, thank you. You're understanding my logic. You're understanding my logic now. And I think Eze would have looked at that. Said Declan Rice has gone to Arsenal to a better club. And it's been worse. It's been rubbish. You know what I'm saying? It's actually been crap. I can't even lie to you. He's a bad man. Asgore says Deji is the Undertaker gonna bang at Spurs. Bro, I'm telling you, we don't, under Thomas Frank, remember, Ange Postecoglou was a madman. I actually think Thomas Frank can do something. The more I'm deep in this guy, the more I'm actually realizing he's actually an all right signing for my club. Deji Kudus ain't gonna change anything. He's already worn out. Bro, he's been resting, bro. He's been rested, Alex. Don't worry. Trust me. What you need is a big game player. You know, Brennan Johnson didn't show up for the big games. Kudus will show up for the big games. Maybe I heard Lawler say that he doesn't show up for the minor games. And I don't need him to show up for Bournemouth. I don't need him for them games. I need him for Arsenal. Yeah? I need him for Man City. I need him for Liverpool. I need him for Newcastle. Those are the games where I need Kudus to step up and show his class. You get what I'm saying? CNF says I'm smoking crack. That's calm, bro. That's calm. You get me? You can say what you like, bro. But I'm going to click this stream and be like, I told you so. I did tell you. But big up to everyone in the Lord Kirshan. Thank you. Make sure you smash a like. Tottenham update. Tottenham have brought in Kota Takai. Hold that. What a defender. Do you get me? We finally got centre-back cover. You get me? Left-back cover. Versatility is the name of the game. And is imminent with our signing of Kudus. Right now, we are moving mad. Can't wait for us to bring in a striker. Can't wait for us to bring in a DM. And then I will give you my prediction for the season. As my final question, my prediction for the league, let me not give it yet. Right now, based on the players, Man City is my tip for the Prem because the players they brought in, right, serious. But let's see what Tottenham do. Because if we bring in a DM, if we bring in another striker, if we bring in a left winger, you have to include my club in the title race from the off. From the off. From the off. You know what I mean? From the off. I ain't even trying to be modest. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be modest about it. From the off. So we'll see Wagwan and we will take it from there. But big up to everyone in the location. Smash the like and let's catch up later this evening. Thank you very much. And we out.